parts of the floor. When you spread the defense like that, it opens up those driving lanes. You've got to do better.
Adams, penetrating, rejected by Soto. Chance for Adelaide to get out and run. Ditch with it. McCarron joining in quickly. Withers. Hustle back from Sydney to prevent fast break from becoming productive. Sunday Ditch fires the three off the front of the rim. So 9 apiece. Middle stages of the first quarter. The range finder there not on offer for Sydney. Johnson, 6 points in the game on 2 of 3 shooting. Muscling up here against Martin, down to the baseline, shot clock at 10, steps through, it works again. 8 points in the game for Daniel Johnson, coming off 28 against Brisbane last Sunday.
It's real good patience and poise, getting to his spot.
Adams comes up empty, the Kings 1 of 4 from deep, Adelaide none of 4 from long range. Johnson feeding edge back door, shut down. Athletic work there from McCall-Maker. Martin, Johnson on the retreat, muscles into the bank, banks 2, draws a foul.
Good rim protection by the young fella. Terrell Martin takes it in transition off the glass. And 1, good back door, but we didn't need to. You can see saw Maker coming over. He was trying to use the rim to protect it, but on that particular one, he's better off staying on the strong side just to get it up there. And that rim might have offered better protection than it did on that occasion. And down the other end, it's just the Sydney Kings putting their head down and trying to get to the cup. But a bigger point of emphasis. That's the way they play. High octane offense, and they're pushing it down the floor.
Chicago. First play, we're in Chicago. Okay, get up into the ball, try and take it away. Let's say, we'll see who takes it out. Let's try and pass the first pass. All right, 1 pass and we're back. Come on, let's guard a little bit. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
So Chase Buford, 3rd coach of the Sydney Kings in the last 3 seasons. We saw Ian Clark in the background there. We're told that it was a groin injury that he sustained in the warm-up. Let's hope that's not too serious, because Clark has been outstanding since joining the NBL, averaging 12 a game, and he's shooting the 3 ball at 43%.
It's been a huge addition to their team.
And he's got 2 fouls already. He needs to get that same ball called on him. One shot.
Chase Buford just asking for a bit of consistency from his eyes anyway. Kings haven't lost since Ian Clark's joined his team. That looks good on the resume, doesn't it? Sure does.
So 11 apiece. As we count down the last 4 minutes of the opening quarter from Adelaide. A little earlier tonight, it was Illawarra defeating Brisbane by 31 to frank their playoff credentials. Johnson fires, can't complete it. McCall-Maker beats Soto to the rebound, and off and running as well. Fast break on offer here for Sydney. Martin bounces inside, gets the 2, draws a foul.
McCall-Maker, so talented. Gets the ball, pushes it himself, kicks it up to Martin. Let me get a bucket. Yeah, that's right. He is pushing that ball. He's pushing that ball like a point guard. No, it is. And when you got those big fellas coming in. Oh, they're saying the foul was before the shot, was it?
Guys, bonus 2.
It might be an air one. Gee, that looked like it was a violation. Yeah, it did.
81% free throw shooter this season. Terrell Martin, 61 of 75. He gets there more than any other player in terms of overall numbers. Jalen Adams is surpassing in terms of averages in terms of free throws taken. Sydney on top by 2. Mitch McCarron brings Adelaide back up the floor. Lufenmeyer onto the deck as well. McCarron only taking the 1 shot so far. Here's his second, and it was a good option as Adelaide retakes the lead. season, the Adelaide 36ers fans, but they continue to turn up in their droves. Overdue for a slice of luck to go their way.
Going underneath Mitch McCarron, and you can understand why. Only 18 of 68, 26% from the three-point line, but if you go back in his history, particularly when he was with the Cairns Taipans, he seemed to
he
shoot
was so tough.
back then. Now it's almost like an afterthought. And it's Soto been in the tattoo chair?
It sure looks like he got some fresh ink on that arm.
Looks like he's got a bit of work done.
Nice soft touch there from the big bands. Comes up with his first points in the game.
There it is. It's a bit of artwork going on there.
Yeah. Got any tattoos, Gabe?
No, I haven't. I'm sure my pain threshold can deal with that type of stuff.
It's a 4-point lead now for Adelaide. Biggest margin we've seen in the game at any stage inside the last 3 minutes. Term number 1, Cooks feeds outside, which Maker gets a good look, can't complete it. Withers to McCarron. Adelaide looking to get busy here. They led 25-23 against the Kings when they played that late February clash.
What Adelaide have done here is really control the tempo. They're getting good ball movement, slowing it down, and they've seen what Sydney have been doing to other teams. If you try and get out and run, and it's sort of made the game a bit clunky, intentionally clunky. And as such, they've been beat a little bit a few times in the D-trans, but their offense has put them in a better position to deal with the defensive transition because of the tempo that they're playing at.
Daniel Johnson, 83 of 101 from the free throw line this season, 82%. Gets there more than any other player for Adelaide, more than most other players in the NBL. Bryce Cotton, superior numbers.
That last time out, you heard Chase Griffin wanting to look at a double team on the first pass. He wants to do that to try and create some turnovers and speed up the game.
Siljevic with it. Been effective so far. Goes to Glover. Turn to Wiley Bales. Back to Glover. He fires from long range and comes up with his first score in the game. Dufenwire brings Adelaide forward. A little over 2 minutes out from quarter time. McCarron guarded by Glover. Screen from Kai Soto. Goes on with the dribble. Not a lot on offer. Feeds Johnson from outside. 3 won't work. Maker grabs the rebound. Number 4 for him in that category to lead it individually. Adelaide lead the rebound down 10-7 overall. Vasiljevic. Tens Withers. Nothing on offer. Bales. Glover. Cooks and Vasiljevic the only 2 starters on the floor for Sydney at the moment. And Cooks got it knocked down out of court. They'll restart with 6 on the shot clock.
Good minutes by DJ in that opening quarter. 9 points, 3 rebounds. Really got them going offensively.
6 on the shot clock. Bales restarts. Vasiljevic lets it fly. Can't connect. Now Palmer King brings Adelaide back up the floor as the smaller lineup. Withers, King, catch and shoot. A little deep with it. Bogdanovic the rebound. So 1 of 8 from long range, Adelaide, and 5 of 6 from inside the 3-point line tells a story. Bogdanovic couldn't complete it, but then came up with a loose ball rebound. Cooks. Adelaide over the limit in terms of fouls already in this quarter. They swing it around the perimeter. Vasiljevic gets a good look, and he makes the play. 8 in the game now for him, including 2 of 3 from deep.
This is great ball movement. Got to the right guy, and 2 of 3 from downtown.
Sydney scored the last 6 points to retake the lead here. It's McCarron. Punches his way and stripped over by Vasiljevic. He's having a great opening quarter. Looks to go coast to coast, shut down by King, who knocks it out of court.
It's a foul. Come on, man.
On the ball. a good call. No call. He went up and just yelling out. We take another look. He puts an attack on the rim. Maybe the swipe down by McCarron, but certainly King, he had nothing to do with it.
So coach's challenge on the play as well.
Oh,
Somewhat curiously,
what are they challenging?
challenging the out of bounds.
Oh, okay. I thought it might. I saw McCarron indicate he thought it came off the head of DJ Yusevic, so maybe that's. Ooh, shoulder. Hit his shoulder. Hard to tell on this one.
Yeah. I find them difficult. No matter with the replays, it just goes to show you how tough it is for the referees when you can do multiple looks in slow motion, you still can't make a definitive call.
I think it's going to be hard to overrule because it didn't seem like there was overly conclusive evidence, but who knows? Talk to the case about Dusty Hatters. Yet to come into this one. See complete.
I'm sure we're going to see him at some stage, but it just hasn't been his season, has it? Successful coach's challenge.
Right.
But on Dusty, he's played 19
Coach's
games.
challenge is successful. Call on the floor will be overturned. It will be now blue ball. Coach keeps his time out and his coach's challenge.
Just 13 threes in total in 19 games. So
But he wasn't that. When we actually saw him, he could hit a three, but you saw that he could get to the flow, get to the rim, and offensively. Now I know the take on him was his defense, but I'm surprised that he's been banished as much as he has. But when you're not there, you're not at practice. It's one that probably makes a whole lot more sense to those internally.
Dupermeyer shut down by Xavier Crooks. Keeps it alive though. Two on the shot clock. McCarron must fire. It's a tough one. Can't convert. Vasiljevic is having quite the quarter. 8 points. Now a rebound. Steal as well. And they'll look for the last play of the opening quarter. Hold the lead. Question is, how many will they lead? Bales couldn't get it going. Well, maybe McCarron from half court. Off the money as well. First quarter concludes here. Both teams have held the lead, but at quarter time, it's Sydney on top by 1. Sydney 19, Adelaide 18, but he's still more to come here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. whistle to get us underway in Adelaide. Both teams holding the lead at one stage. Adelaide were out by 5. The Sydney Kings scored the last 6 points of the opening quarter to take a 1-point lead into the break. 19-18 is the equation. And tonight's winner of the $50 Kmart gift card is Sally Lambert. I don't know that that's Sally Lambert.
No.
It looks like Luke Longley.
That's Harris. That is Harris, the #1 fan for the Sydney Kings. And all he does after the Kings play, call me and talk trash.
Well, there you go. Sally Lambert's partner. My bad mistake there. Die-hard fan he is. And if he's on the blow to Corey, he would be getting much talking time. There'd be a bit of listening time going on there. But Adelaide with the possession arrow looking to retake the lead here. Tad Dupelmeyer. Step back, fires, can't connect. Bogdanovic grabs the rebound. So Brooks and Vasiljevic still going with this roster. It's unfamiliar in terms of starters. Why not? Because Glover's cooking at the moment. 2 of 2 from deep. 4-point lead for Sydney.
Well, they're second in the league in three-point field goal percentages, and you can see why. It's been the three-point line, as we alluded to in that first quarter. That's been their strength. And again, tonight, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. So really good shooting. They're only at 36% in total, 50% from the three-point line, and you flip the script when it comes to the Adelaide 36ers. 1 of 9 from the three-point line. They've been poor from the three-point line the entire season. And where they are second last in three-point field goal percentage. In fact, they're second last in field goal percentage as well. And hasn't been much better tonight at 35% in total. So we have a look at the shots and the shooting percentages of both teams. A little down.
SodaStream shot chart for you there. As Bogdanovic hands over now for Cooks. Early stages of the second. Adelaide keep this close for as long as they can. Vasiljevic into double figures. 10 points for him now.
It is, but Kai Soto's got to do better. Close out. You don't have to leave your feet. Use your length. Close out. Then shuffle those puppies and keep them in front. That was as easy as you could get for DJ Vasiljevic.
He is in a nice groove at the moment.
Well, that type of defense he should be.
Well, kick. Elevates. Can't connect. Dupelmeyer the rebound. Straight back to work. Wanted Soto. Couldn't handle the pass. Out of court. Turnover number 5 for Adelaide. Sydney has 2 in that category.
Dupelmeyer, just with the direct pass, just that one there, just throw it anywhere at about 10 feet. Kai Soto would go get it when he's in that tight and that close to the rim, Corey.
I agree. Gates.
Adelaide need to hang tough here. Soto did well, but can't prevent Cooks from adding another 2 to his tally. 4 points for him. Sydney has scored the last 13 points here to lead by 8. This is where Adelaide need to steady the ship. It's dried up for them at the offensive end. Dupelmeyer puts it on the deck. Harvey King gets another look. This time he makes the adjustment and comes up with the finish.
Nice hit by the young fella. Just let him go. Unlucky early. Gets that one to go.
Seasons fires can't connect. King had it momentarily. Now they get it going to Dupelmeyer. Against Glover. Athletic. Extension was good. Can't connect. Damage the rebound. In traffic. Bales. Splits King and Detch. Wants to go on with it. The blocking foul called on Sunday. Detch, second person.
They are a tough cover in the offensive transition. Putting enormous pressure on
the defense.
Play in the D-trans and time there, Sunday Detch not quite able to get his feet in front and a good take.
And why they're so tough is everybody has the green light to push it in transition. So it's not like you just look for the point guard, clog it up versus one player. Everybody's attacking that basket.
This young man Bales, he's impressed me this season. I wasn't sure what we're going to get out of him after leaving college early. What the Adelaide fans have got out of him is free burgers, if you don't mind.
Very nice work, Riley Bales, for the Adelaide fans. Code word is Australia get the Hungry Jacks and say, Bawali Bales ordered me a burger I'd like to collect.
That's the rim protection by Xavier Cooks.
He's at the offensive end as well, firing over Harris. Couldn't get it done. Almost grabbed his own rebound, and now Dukemeyer off and running. Sunday Detch caught it in rhythm. It's off the mark. Kuamaker grabs the rebound. Starting to even up on the boards. Adelaide lead that count 17-14. Vasiljevic, they can't contain him at the moment. Blue pass, Daniel Johnson feeds Bales, whose penetration again. Step past Harris. Now going to be called on Xavier Cooks, his second personal.
He'll check out and have a seat again. It's like young Galloway.
Cooks sits down, 4 points. Game so far. When these teams played back in round 13, he was a monster. 25 points, 10 rebounds, and an hellacious dunk from memory. Woo.
Big G.
Johnson's got it from Sunday Detch. Opened up for the big man. He's got an even dozen now. Half of Adelaide's output have come from the DJ.
Just keep playing through him.
Yeah. He's been given a lot of space and time on the offensive end.
Good fight back from Adelaide. Scored the last 6 points here. Stood off Swakala Bullock, and he made them pay.
They can kill you in so many different ways. They just have, like, offensively, the depth that they have.
Harris isolated against Martin. 8 on the shot clock. Just to share it around. Daniel Johnson the target. Got it from Detch. It's on Kuamaker, who's going to pick up the foul. His second personal. Second team foul on Sydney in this quarter. The game, Adelaide is trying to control the tempo here. Get it on their terms. Certainly don't want to get into a shootout with the Sydney Kings.
What you want to do is take your time, use the shot clock, run your offense all the way to the end, and get the ball in DJ's hand. Simple.
Detch with it. Firing and coming up with the goods. His first field goal of the game draws Adelaide back to within 2 points.
That was a tough hit by Detch.
Outside, Jalen Galloway gets the look. Can't complete it. Johnson the rebound. So they've got the momentum here, Adelaide, if not the lead. Middle stages of the second. Detch to the foul line. Fires unsuccessfully. Jalen Adams yet to hit a field goal in the game. Has only taken the 2 shots. Ball's gone out of court. Sydney turned it over for the 3rd time in the game. Adelaide has 5 in that category.
They're a little sloppy, I think, by both teams. Just going through a little lull in this game here, and this will suit the Adelaide 36ers. This scoreline, low-scoring game, gives them their best chance.
Johnson's outstanding, 12 points in the game. Pass intended for McCarron, knocked down out of court by Adams, who got 7 on the shot clock. McCarron restarts. Johnson from close range is fouled by Jarrell Martin. First personal for him. More free throws for Johnson, who's 3 of 4 from the free throw line so far.
Good pass by Mitch McCarron, looking for the hot hand. Gets it to him. He's fouled. And now he has an opportunity to tie this game up.
See, a little breakdown, the underneath out of bounds play, that just a simple upscreen. We're not ready for it. And DJ finds himself wide open. And 13 points now. He has been the go-to guy for a lot of his career. And given the license and this type of form, doesn't matter who you're up against, he's so creative in the way in which he can find his shot, and the tempo of this game is right in DJ's sweet spot.
Season high of 31 for Daniel Johnson, home against the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix earlier this month, or actually the start of March. Jalen Adams has been used sparingly in this game. That's his first make of the game. Field knocked down a couple from the stripe. His foul taken at 3 pointers there.
Yeah, he got those fouls, 2 fouls. He's only played just a couple of ticks under 9 minutes.
One three, Jalen, make a free throw.
I can relate to that.
So Sydney up to 4.5 out from half time. Woolmaker against Johnson, pushes him out of the way and comes up with a two.
So talented. Nice. Double in and out. Drive and left hand finish.
That is true, and take nothing away from him, but this defense is not at a level where it needs to be.
Harris attracted plenty of attention. Fires one up unsuccessfully. Woolmaker running once more. Feeds the corner, Jalen Galloway, and now Adams. A little miscommunication there in terms of what they were trying to get going. They feed the ball into the corner. Shot wouldn't fall there for Wani Swagala-Bullock. It's 1 of 4 from long range in this quarter, the Sydney Kings. McCarron, invited to take the shot by Woolmaker. He's not buying at the moment. For the penetration, eventually got it to Johnson, and he's fouled taking the 3-ball. Foul on Adams is going to be his 3rd personal.
Wow.
That's what happens. They know he's the main man. He's got half their points. DJ, he's got 14 of the 28. So it's a hard closeout, but that one...
That was not a foul you needed to make.
Just need to run by him and put some pressure. If he makes it, he makes it. But you don't, when you're Jalen Adams and Corey Homicide's pick for the MVP, doesn't need to be
You
making
shouldn't be
that
fouled. You
contact.
can't make that foul. You already have 2. But as you said earlier, this favors Adelaide. This is a junked up game.
It is.
Junked up. Ugly. Bad.
Well, at this stage, it's just a rhythm, and this is something that, like we said, is great for the Adelaide 36ers.
Perfect.
That's what they need to do.
Keep the score low, 30 points, 30-32. And keep giving the ball to that man on screen.
17 now for DJ, and a smiling CJ Bruton is enjoying what he's seeing. Kings lead by 1. There's as many as 8 a little earlier in this term. Reece Adams out there playing with those 3 fouls. This is Martin, harassed by Johnson, steps back beyond the 3-point line and knocks it down.
That's tough. That's tough to guard.
Face-up game, step back,
Yeah.
trade.
Harris picks up the dribble. Withers working on Swagala-Bullock outside. Nick Marshall's checked into the game. Back to Withers. And an offensive foul is going to be called here on Todd Withers for the hook.
And I don't say this disrespectfully for Nick Marshall, but the fact that Nick Marshall's in this game and Dusty Hannahs is not now.
I was just about to say,
If he's not injured, then I think maybe Hab's been banished, and they've, for this game anyway, put the cue in the rack with him.
As Vasiljevic wheeling to the top of the key, can't complete it. Well done, Bales, just to tap that to advantage and then scurry after it. Vasiljevic draws a foul on Marshall. Did that intelligently and would be going to the free throw line. Well, that's interesting because when these teams played, and Adelaide led by 5 in the last quarter, back in round 13, Dusty Hannahs finished with 24 points in that game. And right now, he's cutting a lonely figure at the end of the Adelaide 36ers bench. Yet to be used here. 2.5 to play until half time. for Dejan Vasiljevic. As I mentioned, he averages 11 points a game. He's about to surpass that. His free throw shooting is 85% on the season, 22 of 26 coming into this game, and he's hit 41 threes at 38%.
It's really good to see him back healthy on the court because prior to that injury, he was in the conversation for Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
He's a gun. He's a flat-out gun.
Yep.
So to see him come back, and Jack White come back the same way pre-injury, it's a great thing.
It's credit to them both. Good start. Johnson falls into a tough one. Well done, Jarrell Martin. Cooks feeding Glover. Then backs down low and comes up with 2 off glass. So after Adelaide had shut this lead down, it's now grown again to 9 and 2:08 left on the clock.
Well, they can't score. CJ calls a timeout to try to stop the bleeding here because really poor shot. Now, I know it's getting low on the shot clock, but they are the ones that are hard to defend when it's that much of a miss. And CJ rightfully calls a timeout. He needs to just figure out a little something on both ends of the floor.
That's our box out, right? Off the free throw, you've got to make hits. First thing. Then the D-trans, right? Lose the ball, we shoot the ball, the sprint back, the urgency to contain the basketball, plug the floor for that pass to go into the middle. They keep hitting them. Both teams are in the bonus, fellas. So look after the ball. Us offensively on the fly. Let's go with the drag screen. Hey, look, drag. We get it to the first side, we're in rub. Otherwise, if it's a walk up, we're in wide punch. That punch, this guy is diving to the rim, pull behind, and it's make great decisions out of it. Here we go. Lock up on D. DJ. You gotta be balanced right now.
That balance is referred to that last shot, I think, where he was clearly significantly off balance and just wants him to make sure that we want to play through you because you got more than half the points. So they need him out there, but they need him to be taking good shots.
So McCarron brings Adelaide back up the floor. We move inside the last 2 minutes of the first half. Nick Marshall with it. Taking on Cooks ambitiously, couldn't finish it. Ticket wouldn't work for Harris, and Glover snatched it away from him. Quickly up the floor, Martin against Johnson, talked out of the points, and McCarron retrieves the situation. And Adelaide running again. Harris for Marshall. No, back delays the pass. Swing it around the perimeter where Withers is ready to go and comes up with his first 3 of the game.
He has had a lot of opportunities. 2 of 3 from the field. Played 14 minutes, but he needs to be a little bit more proactive based on what we've seen here this evening.
Like that, man. Getting to it. Another nice take and finish by Cooks.
Margin to 8. Mitch McCarron passed it to Hiram Harris and headed it back to him. Not sure that's a drawn-up play, though. There's Nick Marshall. Wide open look. Marshall who comes up with the finish.
Nice little stroke. Good follow through. This, Corey, is what we call a foul. Yes, right. I don't know whether they call it that in the United States. Just a good flush foul.
In the second 3 of Nick Marshall's season, gets the margin back to within 5.
Talking about Nick Marshall, I've heard a lot about him in regards to keeping his status of eligibility for the States. Is that right, Case? No?
As far as I'm aware, when I spoke with him, his plan is to... Lockie Aldrich is going to the States.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, he actually gave up $20,000 of TP money so he can remain eligible to go to college. And Nick Marshall's going to be in the NBL 1 season, which is
One of these players are DJ.
There is Lockie.
There's
Aldrich. His dad was a great player. Walcott medalist with the Southern Dragons, the Southern Tigers in South Australia, produced some big names. Bradke might have started down there before.
Playing in the NBL 1 competition in the off-season.
Had the privilege of calling the grand finals last season. North Adelaide and Norwood went at it. Sunday Ditch, North Adelaide team got the result. Jack McVeigh, in fact it was Jack McVeigh at North Adelaide that encouraged Nick Marshall to join the 36ers and got him a look in the door and proven it was a good decision. Here's Bale, good body control there, good acceleration, just created something out of nothing. You need to be able to do that.
And his size,
He's strong.
his size is not his height, but look at him, that is a mature body that he's got, and just that quick crossover against a good defender. But that's just giving him too much space. That's not the sort of defense we come to expect from him. Didn't influence the ball, was able to change direction, didn't keep him going one way, and he's good enough. Bales is good enough to get to the rim and finish it.
8 scorers for Sydney here in the first half, and they lead by 8. McCarron, it's a good look. Completed though. McCarron 1 of 4 in the game. All shots from deep. And a chance for Sydney. Shot clock is going to be some 5 seconds inside the game clock as we head toward half time. Bales feed Jarrell Martin. Skip pass for Sievich down low. Cooks. Travel. Situation out of Wayne away. Shuffled the feet as he took delivery. Sydney turned it over for the 4th time. Adelaide has 6 in that category. So last play of the first half is the happy feet from Cooks. Karen spinning on Martin down to the baseline. Needs to get it off. Harris for the finishing touches. What a creative play from Mitch McLaren to get the 2 for Harris, and they finish in style. A little bit of momentum for Adelaide, who closed the gap to 6 at half-time at Sydney 45, Adelaide 39.
Well, they do. This is just great fishing by Mitch McCarron. He knew where the defense was coming from. He knew where his teammates were. He blows by Jarrell Martin, and just a nice hook pass. That is
Beautiful.
That is real good instinctive stuff. And he could see the help coming, and he knew who he was guarding and knew that Harris was going to be there. So great play to finish off the half for the Adelaide 36ers and gives them, like you say, Case, just a little bit of momentum.
Daniel Johnson's been providing the momentum. 17 points at half-time. He joins us now from courtside. DJ, well played. You're right in the frame here against the Kings. You must be happy. The way you've been able to control the tempo there in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last 2 games for them, they've been stops and running and really putting teams away from the start. So, we're just trying to control the tempo a bit, and I really like the effort from the boys.
You've been in a lot of games this season, but haven't been able to get across the line. What are you going to have to do here after half-time to make sure you have an impact in the final result?
I think just keep things the same. Our shots haven't really been dropped from outside just yet, so if we can get a few of them to drop, keep controlling the tempo, don't throw the ball away like we have in a few games.
Final one on Dusty Hannahs. We haven't seen him yet. Is there any concern with injury, or is it just his usage is down at the moment?
No, he's just coming back from a bit of a wrist issue on his shooting hand, so it's going to be hard for him to get out there and really make an impact at this point.
You're right in the frame here. Good luck in the second half.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
Daniel Johnson speaking with us there at half-time. And after Sydney opened up a 9-point lead, Adelaide reeled them in to get back to within 1 before Sydney down a 6-point edge here. Half-time, Sydney 45, Adelaide 39. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's Saturday Night Hoops. Thanks for being with us here on Saturday night. The Hungry Jacks halftime highlights from Adelaide, where the Sydney Kings opened up a healthy advantage during that second quarter by 9 points at one stage, but Adelaide able to reel them in and close it down to 6 as we hit the major break. Daniel Johnson doing a great job for the 36 with 17 points, including 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Sydney with many contributors, including Dejan Vasiljevic, who has 13 at the break. But things not going the way the Kings would have liked. They lost Ian Clark in the pre-games to an injury to the groin, and Adelaide just been able to control the tempo, slow things down and try and keep this in their wheelhouse at the moment. And the Sydney Kings 10-game winning streak, well, on the line. I think they should be tipping the Kings at this stage, but they're being made to work for it. Credit to Adelaide.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the key to the 36ers is to continue to try and find a way to get Daniel Johnson involved. He's been their main man with 17 points, and you suspect that the Kings are going to put a little bit more attention into him. Maybe they'll have a look at their strategies. Withers with the 5, and outside of DJ, it's been tough going for the Adelaide 36, and it's been the DJ at the other end as well, DJ Vasiljevic with 13 points. Look at the field goal percentages for the Adelaide 36ers. Poor. 36 from the field, 31 from the three-point line. So given that they're not putting the ball in the hole with the efficiency which they normally would expect to, there is a lot of upside if they can continue to play. They've got to find that balance between running the floor to get a cheap basket to try and help those percentages, and not letting the game get out of hand to get into that tempo where the Sydney Kings can start to get their running game going even further. And we saw some tough signs. Now, I know they made that last basket, but there was some tough signs towards that second quarter where you just felt that the Sydney Kings were starting to get a little bit more of a control of it. But if they can just find a way to get a few more cheaper baskets that lift their percentages and make a few more from the perimeter, they'll be right into this game, the Adelaide 36ers.
Well, they've struggled all year with turnovers, Adelaide. Just 6 at halftime. Kings have only got 4, so they're looking after the ball. They just need to make good decisions and high percentage plays, Corey, because they're not going to beat the Kings at running with them.
100%. Slow the ball down. Use the shot clock all the way to about the 8-7-second mark. Get the ball to the high percentage man. Who's that? DJ. Give him the ball. He's going to make plays happen. And he's a willing passer. Yeah. That's what I'm doing the rest of the second half.
Well, I'll tell you, on Tuesday night at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, crowded house were making some beautiful music, but the two DJs we've got going here tonight have been the standouts. Dejan Vasiljevic from the Sydney Kings, Daniel Johnson from the Adelaide 36. I was there at the concert. Neil Finn, he is a genius. But this man, the way he's been able to create obviously a little bit more importance and respect and responsibility for him tonight with Jalen Adams in foul trouble, no Ian Clark, and he's answered the call.
And if you watch him, you've seen 3 baskets already with an executed up fake. He does a great job of showing the ball, gets it above his head, then rips it through, puts it to the deck. He does it as good as anyone as far as the up fake. In fact, I think he feels more comfortable shooting the ball like that because it gets him in rhythm. He's got the 13 points. He's 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line. You can see the numbers on your screen. I don't need to repeat them because it's mighty fine basketball by DJ.
Big tick next to his name, and a big tick for Daniel Johnson for the Adelaide 36ers as well. Doing somewhat different. He can still hit the 3 ball, but 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Just getting inside, making Sydney play some D.
Yeah, I like that. There's a mismatch on the floor. If you put a guy like Cooks on him, he's taller than him, and he can shoot over him. You put a guy like Martin on him, he's still not going to be able to stop him. He's just tough. He's so smart. He gets to his spots, and when you play off him, he can do that as well. So he's playing really good basketball right now, and that's why I'm saying keep going to the hot hand. Slow the ball down. Get him in the positions where he wants to get the position, the ball at, and he's going to make plays happen.
Well, you look at their roster and you think, well, who else is going to put up a...
Who else?
Who else is going to get you that 15 to 20? It's hard to see it. Now, they can do it by committee and get them all going, but the percentages right now suggest that that's going to be a little harder to do than it is to say. So, milk that big fella as much as you can and see if he can do something special and carry the 36ers over the line.
He's led them in scoring the last 4 games. Can he make it 5 and drag them across the line against the Sydney Kings? We'll find out when you come back. Hungry Jacks Saturday night action here in the NBL. Stay with us. Centre, another good crowd in attendance. Seeing Clark on his feet, but not playing because of a groin injury sustained in the pre-game. Kings have got some work to do here. A 10-game winning streak is on the line. Daniel Johnson is lighting it up. 17 points to beat his season best of 31, which he had back on March 4. So Kings with a possession arrow. Get us underway here in the third. Haven't seen a double-figure lead in this game at any stage.
And Adelaide got to do a better job of keeping the Sydney Kings out of the paint. They lead that category of points in the paint 18-10. And if they can just figure out how to take them out of their offensive transition, they are super dangerous.
Both teams back to their original starting five. Jalen Adams, who leads the league in assists, has not made one so far. Oh, wow. Even Cooks gets it done and draws a foul in the process. Nice play.
It was. And the defense was there, and you see Chase Buford laughing because he thought, how did this get executed? You see what they were going to, and it looked like the defense had covered it, and that's just Hiram Harris just not big enough. He was there. So one lost vision, and two was about 6 inches too short. Just needed to elevate. If you've got vision, you can jump with it and make that a tougher catch for Xavier Cooks, but that was a beautiful pass.
The Kings strike first here in the second half. McCarron with it. 1 of 4 from the field. Hasn't taken a shot inside the three-point line. Has now. And hasn't scored since quarter time. Adams decides to fire. Tough shot at the front of the rim. Oh, that's Swakala Bullock to keep it alive. It's back to Adams. It's Swakala Bullock a look. He's off the mark. Sunday Ditch the rebound. 5 of 15 long range in the game, Sydney. 33%. It's McCarron exploring into the paint. Ditch outside. Good from deep this year. This time off the mark. Cooks the rebound and running. Swakala Bullock. Jalen Adams. Mismatch with Withers. Now Harris takes over. Hands it back. Shot clock to single numbers for Sydney. Decides to go solo. Can't make it fit. Johnson the rebound. Here's Withers. He fires off the mark. Adelaide, none of 3 since halftime. Kings 1 of 4. Hasn't been a start either team would have liked coming out of the break.
It wasn't overly impressive body language either by Todd Withers. He looks a little disappointed. Probably in the fact that he come up short on that field goal attempt, that 3-point in transition field goal attempt.
Sunday Ditch called for the foul. Maybe his 4th personal. That's what the Adelaide 36ers didn't need from their best defensive player. And 3 at halftime. Now that's number 4. He's going to have a seat inside 2 minutes of the third.
Well, I thought the same, but CJ what he did is made the switch. He's gone to McCarron on Adams now to try and protect Sunday Ditch from that 5th.
Cooks in the paint for a long time. You could hear CJ Bruton alerting the referees to it. Suggesting the travel on the play as well. Cooks goes down. Harris takes advantage of it down Main Street for the 2. Hiram Harris adds to his talent.
Yeah, Xavier Cooks fell over. Just tripped over his own feet. And no one was there to help. Have a look at Xavier Cooks number 10 at the top of the screen. Hiram Harris, his man. Mitch McCarron trips him over. And no one there to protect the paint. So he doesn't get back in time and goes straight down the middle.
Adelaide at home again on Monday against the Brisbane Bullets, who a little earlier tonight suffered a 31-point loss to Illawarra. 108-77 was the scoreline there. Sugar Slate. Good games coming tomorrow your way as well. Another double header. Right now, Adelaide starting to make a move. Dupelmeyer. Harris to his right, gets it next. Now Johnson, the trailer, he's catch and shoot, knocks down the 3. DJ's got 20, margin cuts at 4.
Good find on the perimeter. Good hit by DJ. Need to broke it. That 10-game streak.
It's like a little limp off the money. McCarron the rebound. Adelaide with their tails up at the moment. They gave Sydney all they could handle when they played back 6 weeks ago, around 13. Led inside the last 3 minutes. Here's Withers exploring, shut down by Cooks. Good defensive pressure and winning it back for the Kings.
It is, and what will help the Adelaide cause of the Sydney Kings is to continue to fall in love with the free ball. They're 5 of 18, and it's not dropping for them.
From Vasiljevic has opened the door. Harris marched through, came up with a loose ball. Johnson working hard for him. DJ on DJ. Excellent pass inside. Harris's finishing touches. Adelaide scored 7 without reply to get back to within 2.
What I liked about that is the play before that, Harris found DJ for the 3. Nice take. Cooks, he's in double figures, 11 points, 4 rebounds to go along with that.
Johnson, the Duffelmeyer, Harris, McCarron. Penetrating, nothing on offer. Shot clock to 8. Duffelmeyer pulls the trigger on the 3. It's off the mark. Drill Martin the rebound. Going coast to coast with the left hand to come up with the 2. 9 in the game now for him.
What beautiful ball handling skills. Takes it off the rim, puts it on the deck, and handle it like a point guard out there. And strong finish at the rim too.
He's a quality talent. Duffelmeyer gets it back from Johnson. Here's Hiram Harris firing the 3. Left-handed caught it deep. Good contest there from Duffelmeyer. Just did enough to keep it alive for Adelaide, who'll get it back off the restart.
They gave Hiram Harris an open invitation to shoot from that 3. No one was running at him, just said, no, we'll let you take that one.
Well, he's still looking for his first 3 of the season.
Yeah, the scout report said, hey, if he's wanting to take the 3, let him. Let it fly.
Let him knock down one before we want to clamp down. Duffelmeyer is Mojave King taking on Glover. 2 athletes go at it. Glover did well initially. It came back to King, and he draws contact off to the free throw line.
Way to not give up on the play.
Really interesting character, Mojave King, and obviously hasn't had the season that he would have liked to feature in the Adelaide Advertiser today. And speaking about the fact that how do you keep motivated when the season's in the situation that it's in, and he said when you're a professional you play to win every possession, and that's exactly what he did there.
Yes, he did.
He wanted to win that possession and he stuck at it. You know, he was as high as 31 on NBA mock draft boards at one stage. He still feels he can attain that goal and wants to represent Australia at the Olympics. It is tough. He's 19 years of age, living in Adelaide by himself. He's on the road.
He's still a very young man. He's still got a lot of development. And when you come into a league like the NBL and the expectations are so high that you're going to be a draft pick, an early draft pick, and you're working your way towards that, it's not an easy league to get that done. And to me, he's a tremendous athlete. Needs a lot of work on his shot and just the understanding of the game. When and how you got to create shots, it's just not quite there at the moment.
Alan Adams working on McCarron to an opening, fires and comes up with the 3. His first triple of the game. He's got 7 points, just the 1 assist so far. Ross playing with 3 fouls and hasn't had the minutes that you might expect him to have. Withers decides to fire from deep off the front of the rim, getting after it, McCarron. Nose for the ball, right place at the right time. That's why he's top 10 in the league in rebounding as well as assists, and leads the competition in steals as Withers takes them on and earns a trip to the free throw line.
What's in for?
Just on Mojave King, he was a roommate with Josh Giddey at the Centre of Excellence. So he's taking great delight in watching Josh Giddey do so well in the NBA. Motivating for him. Withers to the free throw line. 68% this season. Todd Withers averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds in 25 minutes.
And not enough for this team. Both him and Dusty Hannahs. If this team is going to do anything this season, they need to those two guys to be elite, and they haven't been that. They've been solid and they've had some good performances, but they have not reached the expectations or the requirements for what's around them.